Hello Libra, and welcome back to New Hope Tarot, where we will be doing your reading for the week of March 17th through March 24th. I have meditated upon the cards and I have pre-shuffled, but as always, I will shuffle live. During meditation, Spirit gave me, it's a rabbit that turned into a donkey, that went into a seal, that went back to a rabbit, and it kept fluctuating into these three different animals. And it reminded me of the optical illusion images. They're like pictures drawn, and depending on your point of view, you'll see something different. You know, you'll see a different animal or image altogether. And that's what I'm getting here. I'm not necessarily getting anything from the rabbit, the donkey, and the seal, but it was about the image fluctuating. And to me, that could symbolize a couple of different things. Either you need to stay steady on what your point of view is and not continuously fluctuate. Or maybe you're doing a lot of different things and maybe you need to stick to one thing so that it sticks. Or maybe you need to be flexible in your point of view. I don't know. Or the way you're doing something, you need to be more flexible in. Okay? That's what I'm actually getting here with that image that they gave me. Let's get your oracle card out and find out what we have. Shadow. Yeah. Funny enough, this is very, very similar to the imagery on that they gave me, how it fluctuates, right? So sometimes you see shadows and sometimes they appear as something, but they really aren't that, right? And in this shadow card, there's also a bat, and the bat is using its sonar. So what this is saying to me is pay attention to not the visual or the physical, I should say, and be more attuned with yourself and the feeling of something. So, for instance, you are focused on a specific dollar amount that you want to make, right? This is saying, don't be too focused on that dollar amount. Be focused on the feeling of getting to that dollar amount. Okay? I hope that makes sense. That could also be, let's say, for instance, you are trying to manifest a specific someone in your life. Don't be overly focused on who it is, but rather the feeling of love itself. Okay? And I got two cards. One tried to come out, but it popped back in, so I'm not going to take that one. All right. So we have the Eight of Cups, the Three of Wands in reverse, and the Two of Pentacles. All right. So what I'm seeing here is that I feel like you... All right, so I'm getting a couple of different things here. Some of you are just moving forward and leaving things behind. Just say, you know what, I'm out. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm leaving it. And I feel like some of you are doing it with regret, and I feel like some of you are doing it in anger, or not necessarily anger, but in frustration, right? So for instance, let's say you are peeved off at something and you're not, getting to where you need to get to. And, you just say, you know what, I'm out. I'm tapping out. I'm leaving, right? That's the frustration that I'm feeling. versus the other of you that are just kind of walking away and say, you know what, I can't do this anymore, kind of deflated kind of energy. I'm seeing those two energies, or that I'm feeling those two energies in this particular card. Either way, you're walking away. It don't even matter because you're walking away. But I guess it does matter, because the point is that if we're talking about shadow work, and or not shadow work, but shadow, and we talk more about the feeling, then it does matter. So I take those words back. It's great that you're moving on, but the feeling that you're moving forward with, that's what we need to focus on. So when you're walking away, if you're walking away with regret, remorse, or frustration, this is Spirit saying, listen, walk away because it's what's right for you, and you don't want to put energy into something. Walk away saying, you know what? I have better things to do. I have better things ahead of me. I've learned everything that I possibly could from this particular situation, and I'm ready to move forward, right? Completely different energy, right? You can sit there and go, oh my God, I can't even anymore. Oh my gosh, you guys are such jerk faces and blah, 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 right? Or you can say, you know what? I've done everything that I can, and nothing is left for me here. Nothing here will serve my purpose anymore, and it is time for me to move forward. So I'm just going to move forward. Totally different energies, right? Totally different energies. This is about your vibration. We need to raise your vibrations, is what I'm getting here. And with the Three of Wands in reverse, again, I feel like this is just moving on, but moving on with purpose is what I'm seeing here. Moving on with purpose is what I'm getting here. And then with the Two of Pentacles, this is just saying, listen, there's going to be ups and downs. You're going to have to balance all of that out. You're going to have to take the good in with the bad. And you can sit there and focus on the bad, or you can focus on the bad and say, or on the good and say, you know what, the bad happened for a reason, and I'm ready to move forward. Okay, that's what this reading is all about. Is really maybe your fluctuation of energies with this rabbit, donkey, seal imagery that just kept coming at me, right? Just moving around. Maybe it's just all of your emotions being all over the place. Maybe one moment you're full of regret. Maybe one moment you're feeling, anger. Maybe one moment you're feeling, I'm just going to walk away, whatever. Either way, this is saying just focus on the one energy, and that's the positive energy, the one thing that's going to raise your vibrations. This isn't about being happy-go-lucky all the time. That's not what that's about. This is about you moving forward in a confident mode and say, you know what? Sure, it sucked, but I did learn this and this and this, so that was good. And I'm going to go ahead now, right? I mean, that's really what this is about. Then we have the Page of Cups in reverse, Goddess Ella, and the Seven of Cups. Listen, the Page of Cups in reverse is that what you don't see is that the right path is really ahead. But if you're too focused on the lack mentality or the frustration, or you're vibrating on a lower energy, you're not going to see this pathway. You're going to completely miss it. Okay? Sometimes pathways are dark, right? With this shadow card, and you have to feel your way through. Okay? That's what this is saying. And funny enough, the Page of Cups card has the little lines, just like the shadow card, the bat, the sonar coming out of the bat. I love that. And the Goddess Ella is here to say, walk with your confidence. If you're going to walk away in confidence. Walk away knowing I've done everything that I could, and I'm going to have to be okay with that. And period. And move on. Again, walking away in an energy that is good for you, that raises your vibrations. The Seven of Cups is, again, this is about opportunities. But if you are seeing, if you're more focused on the lack actually, all the things that are in the cups can be confusing to you. I'm like, oh my God, I don't know. Sometimes when you have too much, too many options, sometimes it gets confusing and overwhelming, right? So maybe you're feeling that way. But this is saying, focus on the good. Focus on the good, because not everything is great. Just like the Two of Pentacles, you have to deal with the good and the bad, right? But you have to see the opportunities of each, all right? Because that's what's going to raise your vibrations. Focus on the things that are good and ignore the rest. I'm coughing. I don't even know. This cough came out of nowhere. I've already done several readings and I have not had this. All of a sudden I have a tickle in my throat. I feel like you want to tell me off at this point. Or maybe you get choked up when, you want to tell people how you feel. Either way, this is saying focus on the opportunities, ignore the rest. Focus on the ups, accept that there are negatives, but you can turn a negative into a positive if you choose to do so. Okay? That's what this is talking about. All right, that is, and you know what? We have 2, 3, 7, 8. Slow progression, but it's progression. We go from 2 to 3 and then 7 up to 8. That's great. That's great. You just have to recognize you know what? I'm also seeing the number 3. We have the 3 of Wands. I'm seeing 3 crystals in the shadow card, and I saw 3 images. I saw the rabbit, the donkey, and the seal, right? And this could be about the mind, body, and spirit. You connecting with the 3 so that you are able to move forward. This can also be about the 3rd chakra, up, down. So technically the 3rd chakra is the solar plexus chakra because you go from the bottom up, which is the root, the sacral chakra, and then the solar plexus chakra. And the solar plexus chakra, believe it or not, is the 8 of Cups here. But I'm also getting the sensation that you need to focus on your throat chakra as well. In which case, I would definitely suggest listening to the chakra balancing meditations that I have online. You can also just listen to meditation music or chakra music for those specific chakras. The solar plexus chakra and the throat chakra. I would also even recommend getting wearing yellow or blue, either individually or in combination, to try to strengthen those things or eat things of those colors, again, to help with those colors, specifically if you're surrounded by people that make you feel that way. All right. That, my darlings, is your reading for the week of March 17th through March 24th. I hope this all works out for you. Just keep raising those vibrations. Oh my goodness, keep raising those vibrations. Keep focusing on the good. All right, I'll talk to you later. Until we meet again. Bye.